Ding! Grand rising. Good day. And good night. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to 144 from the stars, Tarot. Let's go ahead and give Odin a treat for his excellency. There you are, sir, front and center. Please excuse the absence of my tuning fork at the intro. I left my tuning fork and my phone stand at my other apartment while I'm traveling back and forth, so bear with me with the different camera angle as such. Either way, our totem animal for today is going to be a crane. Now, I did have a piece of artwork I was going to share with you. This is the drawing that I wanted to share with you all. As you can see, we clearly hold a lot of power in our hands. The entire universe lies within us. All right, before we get started with this message, I am going to read some word. I'm going to be reading from the book of 1 Baruch. I'm going to be reading chapter 5. Put off, O Jerusalem, the garment of the mourning and affliction, and put on the comeliness of the glory that comes from Elohim forever. Cast about you a double garment of the righteousness which comes from Elohim, and set a diadem on your head of the glory of the everlasting. For Elohim will show your brightness to every country under heaven. For your name shall be called of Elohim forever, the peace of righteousness and the glory of Elohim's worship. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about toward the east, and behold your children gathered from the west to the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of Elohim, for they departed from you on foot and were led away from their enemies. But Elohim brings them to you, exalted with glory, as children of the kingdom. For Elohim has appointed that every high hill and banks of long continuance should be cast down, and valleys filled up, to make even the ground, and Yashar El may go safely in the glory of Elohim. Moreover, even the woods and every sweet-smelling tree shall overshadow Yashar El by the commandment of Elohim. For Elohim shall lead Yashar El with joy in the light of his glory, with the mercy and righteousness that comes from him. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull a Moonology card for this message. We have Disseminating Moon, take time to breathe out. Yeah, I think it's like, take a deep breath because something new is here, or you've made the shift, or you've made a transition. I am recording this on 12/21. Hopefully you'll be able to view this on 12/21, which is the very end of the 12/12 portal. Some of you may be experiencing almost like a Twilight Zone feeling. Like it's like this, it's like a mix of peace and like an eerie stillness. And I really do feel like it's because we're like right at the threshold of leaving a old world behind us as we step into a whole new reality. I do feel like many individuals have made leaps and bounds. I mean, you're shifting quantum timelines. I mean, many of you have made very good use of this 12/12, 12/21 portal. Okay, let's go ahead and pull an oracle card for this message. It seems like something is like being dissolved, like something is falling away, something's falling apart, something's being returned to ash, is what it feels like energetically. A structure, a system, a community. It's something like something that once was formed, once stood, is now just kind of crumbling away and dissolving into waters. Because like what I'm seeing is like, I don't know, let's say someone built something out of clay and then enough water came through, turned that clay into mud and washed it all away. And now it's just gone. And I'm not saying this like this is a bad thing. I feel like this is a really good thing. I feel like a lot of spirit has filled our world and has washed a lot of things away. And I do feel like there are things that are dissolving away, is the way to explain it. Like it's not like it's being removed, it's just simply being absorbed and dissolved to where it's just no longer anymore that what it was. I do feel like this is like a cleanse and a healing that is occurring. Someone may have noticed that the energy feels lighter. We've got building blocks and we've got soulmates. So yeah, it seems like there's like okay, that's cool. I like this. It's like across the globe, kindred spirits, or across the globe, souls of the same star system or tribes or like soulmates, or I don't know, it just feels like a lot of likeness is coming together to form a bigger likeness, and then that's going to be shared. This really kind of feels like the righteous ones are rising up and building the new world, and this is like an imperfect time and synchronicity as an old one kind of just like dissolves away. It's almost like as if it's going to be forgotten. Wow. Like if it weren't for word of mouth and history and documentation, you give it a couple generations and it'll almost be like as if it was an ancient civilization that no one knew. I don't know. I don't think it's quite that strong, but it's similar to that kind of energy. It just feels like something old is completely dissolving away, and then there's a formation or a building of something new, but the builders are individuals that are working together in harmony with love. Like I feel a lot of like co-creation, a lot of collaboration, a lot of working together. I also feel like for many of you, you may be on your way to meeting important individuals in your life. Now this can be love, this can be friendship, this could be business. Ultimately, I feel like it's time for the star seeds to not feel so alone in this world. And I feel like it's because the wickedness that was driving the righteous apart and causing this illusion of separation is dissolving away. So now there's no space in between the lights. So now the lights can see the other lights. Okay. There could be something about holding on to integrity, not allowing yourself to act out of character or give into something. Like I don't know if some of you have dealt with an energy of an individual that is trying to like tempt you or like lowball you or hit you below the bell, or like just like a petty kind of energy just to try to like rile you up or make you a little less happy than you appear to be, or make you appear a little less stable or mature or spiritual or high vibrational than everyone seems to be. I feel like someone's hating on your image. Yeah, that's like your light irritates their demons, so they want to expose your light as being false because they don't understand that there are genuine lights in this world. Okay, wow. That's petty. Anyways, we're gonna move on for that. Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so yeah, there does seem to be some kind of conflict in that regards. But I feel like someone's taking the higher road. Yeah, conflict. Here comes the Five of Wands, but the Five of Wands is sideways. Why is it sideways? Because you're not giving into it. You're not giving it your energy. You're not giving it your power. For some of you, you may have just simply blocked them. Blocked them, like don't answer the door for them, throw away the message they sent. I look, don't even open it. Like I don't know. For some of you, it might really be that strong. Like just don't even open the door to them. Don't even allow them the presence in your life to even speak some heinous shit to you. Like screw them. They can go on somewhere. You got more things to worry about. And it sure as hell ain't this like low vibrational squabbles with some immature, underdeveloped individuals. Okay. All right. Moving forward. Six of Wands. That's why that Five of Wands is sideways. Because you didn't give into it and you maintained integrity, this caused you to come out on top on this situation. Because I do feel like if you allowed yourself to dip into your shadow, if you allowed yourself to level with this energy and go toe to toe with them, it would have just brought you down. So you learn to not let someone who's operating from a low place bring you down to a lower place. You've learned how to maintain your heights. And this was a job well done. So success on that. You overcame some kind of adversity in this regards. And what's funny is like, even though it's starting to get muffled and quieter because you've like put more and more distance and space between this hater and your energy, they're still running their mouth. Like they're still talking shit. You just don't feel it. You don't hear it. It doesn't phase you. It doesn't bother you. Like I find that kind of humorous. And like that must be when the individual comes to that realization, I'm sure that's going to make them feel kind of insignificant and small. Because imagine just sitting there like barking and barking and barking and barking and barking and barking and just like non-stop barking. And then when you're finally like stop and take a breath, you realize no one's paying you any mind. You're wasting your breath. You go on with your tail tucked. Bye. I don't know. Oh, I like that. I like that. So, like, energy flows where attention goes, right? But if you don't give it attention, if you don't give it energy, it just kind of dies out. And I kind of feel like that's what the collective is doing. Like, as a whole, the collective is choosing not to give their energy into things. Now, this could be on a big scale. This could be about politics. This could be talking about media. This could be talking about the matrix. This could be talking about false truths or false prophets, false teachers. This could be talking about like um, things that were set up to cause us harm or cause us illness or to cause confusion or strife or conflict. It's kind of like people are waking up to the ways of the old world and are choosing to not engage with it, are choosing not to give it their money, or choosing not to give it their consciousness, to not give it their energy, to not feed into it. And now it's like dying away and it's just kind of dissolving back into the dirt. I like this. We're changing the world. Good job. Okay. What else would you like the collective to know? Yeah, we've got this Prince of Cups and then the Six of Wands and then the Ten of Cups. It's pretty much just like following your heart and not paying anything else that's not in alignment with what's in your heart, any mind. There's like a maturity in this, like an emotional maturity. Someone knows to not allow emotions to like cause you to operate from a lower space. Okay. I also feel like something is on its way to you. I feel like this could be like either a connection or an opportunity. Yeah, we've got this Six of Swords. I feel like whatever this is that's on its way to you is going to continue your forward progression. Like it's going to give you that next thing you need to continue on your path. So I don't know. There might be something about like receiving the keys of something or gaining access to something. And I just heard portals and realms. Okay. Someone has been seeing a lot of phenomenon. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So that could include a large category of things. Someone's been seeing an increase of phenomenon. And one perspective I would like to point out is that it might not necessarily be that there's an increase of these presences, of these lights, of these patterns, of these shapes, of these phenomenons or occurrences. It's not necessarily that there might be an increase of it now, like as if there's more of it now than there was before, although I'm sure there is a little bit of that at play. But what it more so is you're tuning into what has always been there. You're able to see it because you are vibrating at a higher level. Your DNA is activating more of that, supposed bullshit junk DNA that they try to tell you, which is just your interdimensional self. And then it seems like you are vibrating at a higher frequency, so your consciousness can perceive things that exist just outside of the realm of reality we have previously been residing in. Also, I feel like someone is being prepared for some kind of contact, and it's because of some kind of contract that you came here to fulfill. And it's part of like helping the collective humanity shift into a new way of existence. So you have been getting signs or synchronicities in some kind of way, shape, or form. You would know if this is for you, that you are being prepared for some kind of like face-to-face contact. And the reason is like you're a little bit ahead of the jump, you're a little bit ahead of the curb, and the collective is going to need individuals like you who can help them navigate these interactions so that way they don't respond to it with fear or with confusion, and there's no false information, false narratives, and it helps the collective as well, because with you being here in the physical body, being a part of the human collective consciousness, and then you tapping into these higher realms, and then basically what you're doing is you're creating a bridge between your consciousness and another consciousness, and then you're anchoring that in, and it's tethering, it's anchoring, and it's intertwining, and it's unifying. And so you being ahead of the curve, kind of having these intergalactic or extraterrestrial or interdimensional or celestial angelic connections and communications and interactions, is helping the collective as a whole shift into this rapidly ascending environment and collective that we are creating. I've said this not too long ago, but we are getting closer and closer to being almost eternally youthful and connected to the stars. We always have been, but our reality is going to reflect that, because we are resonating and vibrating and existing closer to the singularity truth of our original creation. We're tapping back into our celestial roots. We're tapping back into our cosmic roots. And this is beautiful. I like this. Okay. Yeah, we've got this Two of Wands and we've got this Temperance. So there is some kind, I feel like someone has chosen to take the path of peace, or chosen to take the path of taking the higher road, like maybe someone has realized like certain things just aren't worth your time, certain things just aren't worth your energy. And when you devote yourself more and more and more to spirit, to a purpose, to something higher than yourself, the things that we humans concern ourselves on a day-to-day basis slowly just get more and more insignificant and faint and far away, till eventually we just let it go because it doesn't serve us. It's not a part of us. It's not what we're focused on. It's not what our hearts are set on. It's not what we're looking at. It's not what we're hearing. So eventually it just fades away because we're not giving it any conscious attention anyways. I mean, look at quantum physics, right? Everything's in a state of superposition until a consciousness observes it, and then it coalesces into a physicality or into a solid state. But ultimately, everything is kind of in this state of superposition. So it's like we as a collective are focusing our consciousness on a different possibility, on a different outcome, and it's causing the material world to manifest in a different way. I also feel like there are things behind the scenes as far as like world events going on. I feel like there is treaties, there are unions, there are new, I don't know what to call it, like maybe like a new republic, or like a new, I don't know. And it's not really new. It's going to be new to us, but it's actually very old. They're forming. I don't know how to, let's just say hmm, the Council of Light or Councils of Light is forming its body here on Earth. Okay. I feel like we're approaching a whole new rule. That's exciting. Also, there's something that's changed about how fast we're able to manifest, and also our ability to self-heal. I know a lot of people are, hyped and ecstatic for things like, med beds and stuff like that coming out. But I mean, just my kind of observation, we really don't even need that kind of technology. We are our own healing modality. Our DNA is perfect. I know the Matrix and the world has done many, many things to try to poison and damage our DNA, and that is part of what's being restored. Also, just a quick heads up, because we're right now coming out of this 1221 portal. You may have experienced recently this like Twilight Zone, eerie stillness, peace, and calm. Oh, don't worry. We're about to get hit with a boom. We're gonna finish this year with a bang. Is the way that I could put it, the message out there. And if you remember from one of my videos, if you've been watching for a little while, I think it was titled something along the lines of like the 144 new dance of our son or new song of our son or something like that. But there is a how do I put it? A whole new bracket or bar of sheet music of the new celestial song that we are going to be singing that is being emitted from our sun. Now, this one is coming in with a drum roll, with a burst, with some trumpets, with a build up, like we got a crescendo or something. Like it's rising, it's building up, and it's kind of like if you listen to like EDM music, it's like right before the bass drops where you get all the risers and the falls. It's kind of like that energy, and it feels like we're about to get that like right after this 1221. We're about to get hit with a lot of energy from the sun, a lot. Like it's gonna hit us all at once, which is interesting because it's like right before Hanukkah, Christmas, which is on the same day this year, and some other things. So yeah, if you have recently just recovered from some heavy ascension symptoms, I would go ahead and prepare now by making sure you don't eat processed foods, make sure you don't have toxins or crud in your body, do the best you can to maintain a clean vessel. So, do your salt baths, do your salt scrubs, sage, meditate, move around, get the energy to move around, hydrate, stick to the natural stuff like sunlight, earth, water, air, salt, stick to the natural stuff. If it's healthy for you to do so, maybe fast or do some cleanses, because we're about to get hit with another one, and it feels like a big tidal wave of energy is about to come from our sun and just bombard us with this energy. And then it's going to like hit us all at once, and it's going to kind of take us a little bit of time to integrate all that light. And then January, right afterwards, you're going to see a lot of things pop off and happen. January is going to be very eventful, okay? Just know that everything's going according to plan. So if you see a bunch of chaotic stuff and a lot of like fear mongering, just tune out of that, ignore it. Know that, God is with you and that everything is under God's control and that everything is serving a purpose. So just stay tuned in to that hum, that vibration of love that is everywhere, and you'll be just fine. Okay. What else would you like the collective to know? We've got the Two of Cups. I look, soulmates, Two of Cups. We've got this star coming out reversed. Why is this star out here reversed? Wheel of Fortune reversed. Oh. This is interesting. I feel like what happened was there was a massive attempt on our collective to put us in a lower vibrational timeline, but we collapsed that timeline. This was a big success. I also feel like this phenomenon that I'm tapping into right now was tied to some of my recent messages. It was part of what was going on. This was like the macro picture of the micro messages I delivered recently. But it does feel like there was a big attempt on the collective to lower us, to bring us into an alternate timeline. But we whooping that ass on them timelines. Like I'm just saying, we collapsed that timeline. We cleared out some energies, and those timelines just don't even exist anymore. So nice try, but we're still ascending. You can't stop love, right? So that's kind of what I'm feeling from this energy. It just kind of feels like love prevails and we're winning. So yay, congrats, celebration. We've triumphed another attempt on our lives. Goodness. All right. What else would you like the collective to know? I don't know. I just heard like Armstrong around the world. I don't know why I heard that, but we're going to move forward. We've got the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands with the Five of Wands, and then the Nine of Swords. Oh my gosh. There's an energy in the collective that is like stressed about the Divine One's power or authority. It's like, okay, so there was like a massive attempt. Maybe this was like a huge ritual. Maybe they were messing with portals. I don't know what they were doing. I don't really care. All I know is Yah's way is perfect, and that's the only way I will see manifest in our world. Amen. Hallelujah. Ashe. All right. So, these little doom and daggers, all right, we got this little five of wands, we got this little nine of swords, and notice that this five of wands is back to this seven of wands. It's because they can't touch this. Da-na-na-na, da-na. Can't touch this because they can't. There's some kind of anointing that's been around us. We've already collapsed the timeline where they had authority, presence, or power, or an ability to form a weapon. We collapsed that timeline. It doesn't exist. We're in a higher timeline, and now we've trapped them in our timeline. I love that. They were trying to trap us in a lower timeline so that way they could have power over us. We collapsed that timeline, boxed them into a bubble or a wall or a vacuum, an absence of light and love, and now they're trapped in our timeline and they got nowhere to go and there's no escape. Good luck trying to make it to Mars because we already got shit surrounding the planet, dog. You ain't getting there. You're not escaping this judgment. Shit, and there's something stressed about that. I also get this feeling like there's a portion of individuals in the collective that are in fear right now and they're anticipating something. It's like they know they just failed at their recent attempt and they know they're kind of screwed and there's fear, there's anxiety, there's an anticipation. Okay. It's like they know something is coming for them. It's like they know they missed their last chance to leave or escape or drag us down with them. Okay. Some some things have been intercepted. And I feel like that's part of what there's this stress or worry about. Quite a few different things have been intercepted. Also, just be mindful with some of the things that are going on in the world because it's not what it appears to be. There is actually Galactic Federation presence working with military. And that will soon be disclosed and released. I feel like that's actually part of a lot of the phenomenon people are witnessing. It's like there's a like a driving out energies operation going on. Okay. All right. We got seven of wands again. Seven of wands from that deck, seven of wands from this deck. The expected God, liberation, deliverance from both visible and invisible enemies. And then we had the Five of Pentacles, the forbearing God, patience, reveals secrets of nature, spreads knowledge and industry. So there's been some kind of triumph or victory. And this is like, all right, so this energy is on the micro and the macro. So on the big scale, it's like we as a collective have allowed something to dissolve and cease to be because we stopped giving it our energy and our attention and we stopped believing it and we started focusing on other things. So now it's decaying and falling away. There was also an attempt on our lives, essentially, to get us into a lesser timeline. They failed. We actually secured a higher timeline than we anticipated. Yay, this is awesome. This is why they're in fear. A few things have been intercepted. There's presences that are currently here. We're preparing for a grand revelation. We're approaching that. That's why some of you may already be talked to, worked with, approached by other energies or presences that choose to work with you, and it's because of who you are. I do feel like there is a great remembrance that is coming as well, and I feel like it's going to hit certain tribes or certain individuals first, and it's because of the contracts that you have to fulfill. You're going to wake up a little bit before others individuals so that way you can carry the torch and bring the rest of the collective with us. This is a cascading victory. This is a really big energy. All right, and then how is this appearing in the micro? Well, in the micro, it feels like the tribulations and disturbances in your life that were caused by karmic individuals with ill intentions in their heart and trying to form weapons and get in the way and do all this heinous, stupid, ignorant shit. It's getting distant. It's getting muffled, and it's losing significance. It's losing ground. Like it doesn't have a hold on anything anymore, and it can't really touch you. That's why your back is to their back. There's also like a fleeing energy, like something wants to. I think that's why it's scared. There's something that is freaking the fuck out because it can't get away. It failed at its final little like attempt or something, and it's stuck. It can't go anywhere. It's like it's trapped and surrounded by light, and that must be terrifying if you're darkness. To be surrounded by light, where are you gonna go? There's nowhere to go. There's no shadow for you to hide in. We got you. Okay. Wow. There's gonna be some deaths, and this won't be made public. But just know that the deaths that are happening behind the scenes, this is part of the interception. This has to do with certain families. I'm not even kidding. This is crazy. Because there's enough of us in enough places of power, we outnumber. There's certain like negotiations going on. Some are allowed to have a negotiation, some are just getting strong armed. They don't have a choice. I feel like there's like a portion of the collective that's freaking the fuck out. Like, I mean, it's just like, it's bad. They're panicking. Which, just something I've observed. Whenever this presence gets in this energy, usually I will notice some time will pass and then some like great event will happen to try to put a bunch of people in fear. But I don't feel that happening. And I feel like that's part of the reason why they're freaking out because they already failed in doing something like that. And like, imagine the big bad wolf coming outside your house being like, all right, hand over your money or I'm a huff and puff and blow your house down. And you just start laughing at the wolf. You just start laughing at it. And it's just like, it gets insecure. It's like, aren't you scared? Don't you see my teeth? Don't you know I'm gonna blow your house down? And you just keep laughing at it. And it just like, it starts like doubting itself. It starts getting insecure. And it's like, I don't know. It's like something got humbled because there were enough enlightened individuals across the globe in the collective that have it in their mind and heart. We changed something. We really did. We blocked something. And a few things have been intercepted. And this is going to like slowly, like, kind of trickle out into our reality. Not everything is seen and known, but a lot is going on behind the scenes. Like I said, there are certain deaths that are occurring. And it's because they made their choice. They knew what time it was. They knew who was returning to our world, and they chose to remain there. And that's their fault. They chose that. So off with the head, I guess. Okay. Yeah, we've got that Empress reverse, and then this Five of Cups. Mm-hmm. Something's been dethroned. A false, yeah, a false mother. And I meant that like spiritually. Okay. Prosperity, destruction of the enemy, and deliverance from bondage. It's something. There's something about false love that's leaving or will no longer work. And for a lot of, how would that affect in the micro? Or a lot of you may be cutting a lot of individuals out of your life. If individuals don't need, I mean, like, let's just put it this way. If they matter to you more than you matter to them, it may become time to take a look at your priorities and boundaries with that individual. Because if they're just going to keep taking and not have it in their heart to give back or return, then you're doing yourself a disservice. And there's been great philosophies and truths that have been twisted and weaponized against the people to lead them to believe that they should be a doormat for people. But that was not what the teaching was talking about. Okay. All right. Inner and outer work helps one keep their job, protects against disasters. The honorable God. There's something that's being protected and defended. Yeah. I'm telling you, January is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild what happens in January. Just be ready. It's gonna be fun now. For those that know how to have fun with it. Not everyone will. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's pick these up. What else would you like the collective to know? We've got this Eight of Swords. Okay, what about this Eight of Swords? Ace of Pentacles reversed. I feel like someone doesn't realize that they don't have access to something. Someone's blocked out of something. We've got this Five of Cups. That's silly. Damn. What I'm seeing is like birds, bugs, insects, moths, wasp, those kind of things that fly, and they're outside the window. Inside the window is your life, your energy, your abundance, your light, your love. And then they're trying to get in, but they just keep smacking the window. And like the damage that is done is just gnarly. Like some of them are just ignorant and just keep bouncing off the window, and like I'm sure that hurts. And then some of them just straight up like snap their neck as soon as they hit the window. Like it's rough, and they don't see it. They don't realize they're blocked from it, so they keep trying to get in. They keep trying to touch it. They keep trying to access it. It's not happening. I feel like we're about to move into the next stage of something financially. Because as soon as I started talking about something trying to gain access to something and it can't, but it doesn't even realize that it can't, and it's hurting itself trying to. Now, some of you, this is actually occurring in your life. There may be someone that's trying to hack into your things or gain access to something, and they're not getting access to it. And it's pissing them off. But then I felt another energy. I just wanted to finish the micro, going back to the macro. Yeah, this has to do with the new financial system. There's a lot of banks that are already making the shift. Some banks are just going to be shut down. And it's because they were involved in money laundering and crimes against humanity. There's something changing with our banking system. Like we're entering the next stage of something. Like this feels like, all right, so if you're not a part of this new system or grid or quantum network that is encrypted, by the way, quantumly encrypted, can't be hacked, then it's going to fall away and be destroyed. And then all that's remaining is that's a part of the new system. After that happens, we'll be ready for phase 3. Oh, so that was phase 2? Okay, so we're getting ready to start phase 2 in something. According to some, it feels like a Pleiadian presence that just communicated that to me. Okay. All right, we're going to move forward. Justice. Ten of Pentacles reverse. That's what we're talking about. Oh, is that what? Yeah. Okay. We're getting closer. And this is part of like why there's this energy of something that's freaking the fuck out. It's in fear. Because it doesn't have access to something anymore. And there's been something that's been intercepted. This is crazy. This really feels like things are being stripped out of people's hands, stripped out their pockets. Assets are being removed, are being freezed, are being seized. and is gaining momentum. This is crazy because it really feels like once when we finish this process of removing the inheritance or removing the wealth or the power or the assets or even the land, like this even has to do with land from individuals that are no longer a resonance for the new world we're creating. Once when we finish all of that, which is what we're currently in the process in, which apparently is phase 2 of this. I'm not sure. That's just what was told to me just now. Before we enter phase 3, I feel like phase 3 is that what that is? Integration into the new system. Okay, so we got to remove the old system. We got to pull away the assets, the finances, the power, the real estate, the land away from these old families, away from these old powers, away from these names or these people or these individuals, this shadow force. And then we will then once when we've secured it. So right now we're working on wrapping up all the loose ends and securing it, preparing for the next stage, which is integrating the new system into society. After we integrate the new system into society, that's when we get like there's a huge return to the people. We're getting really close. Really close. Wow. Okay. I didn't realize it was happening like that fast. But okay. Yeah. I'm literally hearing like bars of gold have been seized. It was underground, an underground vault. And I just heard something about the Vatican. Yo, I don't know what the hell is going on right now behind the scenes. I'm getting bits and pieces, and it sounds like it's a wild story. So just be ready for the changes that are coming and celebrate. Praise Yah. Praise Yah. Okay. What else would you like the collective to know? Got this judgment. Justice and judgment about this Ten of Pentacles reversed. That's crazy. That's a crazy energy. This is like liberation from enslavement. It's some kind of liberation. And this feels like a bigger manifestation of like the freeing of slaves. Gosh, so many people don't even realize this too. That's what's wild about it. Okay. I heard QFS and TLS. I'm gonna move forward. Two of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Now it's in the upright. We've seen that shit come out reversed earlier, but the Two of Cups was in the upright still. It's just, this is where love prevails. I really do feel like there's like an infusion of energies. There's something in Earth's core that has been activated. There's some kind of crystalline codex in the core of Earth. It's just been activated. It's in the center of a city. Yeah. I'm seeing a bunch of people gathered around this giant stone, this giant crystal stone in the center of a city that's in the middle of our Earth. And they're all putting their hands on this. And there's a lot of love. Wow, that's beautiful. I'm almost started crying. That kind of energy was something I haven't felt often in life. That was a pure love. And then it's like coming out and forming the tordial field around the globe. There's something in the inner that's activating and it's going to surface on the outer. Oh shit. I just feel like a lot is about to happen all at once. It's a lot. Not everyone will be in tune to or aware of everything all at once. Some of you will be. That's why I said, hey, buckle up, because like if you just recovered from some heavy ascension symptoms, there's more coming. There's more coming. Mm-hmm. It's like the sun has Kamehameha wave blasted at Earth, just waiting to be like unleashed right around Christmas time or something. It's I don't know. I don't know. Okay. All right. What else would you like the collective to know? We've got a Princess of Cups and then a Prince of Pentacles. I feel like someone's intuition is really activating. Yeah, we've got this Fool. Okay. I love it. I love to see it. So often on this channel does water court cards come out in karmic energy. And I pray for the day it stops happening. Today's one of those days. Praise Yah, because we've got this Princess of Cups with the Prince of Pentacles and the Fool. There's like growth and healing. I feel like someone's heart is about to expand, or someone's ability to hold water is going to increase. Like you can hold more soul, you can hold more spirit, you have more love, more depth. There could be something about our waters, something coming out of our waters, something we used to. I feel, what the fuck? I really feel like we're about to integrate with other species, other beings. I got chills. I feel like there's something that went into hiding during the fall of Lemuria that's about to come out of our oceans. I feel like they hid away. Oh, this is beautiful. They're bringing something. Hold on one second. Let me work through this. They're bringing us something. What I saw was a aquatic being, so like a mer humanoid, right? Like a mer person, I guess would be a way to word it. And it felt very familiar too. It felt like a familiar energy. It felt like energies we used to work with or be ourselves. And it feels like it's an energy that has hid from surface world for a long time. For a long time, like since the fall of Lemuria. And what I saw was like them coming up to shore. Like it was so pretty. She came up and she had in her hands, it was filled with crystals, with gems, with stones. And she was smiling. And I just felt so much love from her. And she was handing these crystals to us, these gems, these stones, and they glowed. They glowed like they had light glowing from them. It was reds, greens, yellows, blues. There's something. There's something in these crystals, and they're giving them back to us. I feel like it's also tied in. It's tied into some kind of energetic outburst from the sun. It's tied into some kind of activation in the center of our earth, and there's something returning back to surface or visiting, bringing something to us. I feel like this might be part of the great remembrance too. I feel like there's some kind of energy that's going to come live, and our DNA is going to activate. And those of you that have worked with this energy in other incarnations, it's just going to be like the knowledge is in you, the awareness is in you, the experience is in you. You're going to know. You're going to know how to wield this. You're going to know what to do with it. You're going to remember how it feels. You're going to remember how to use it, what it does, the properties of it. This is crazy. And this is going to cause a technological boom. Something about a trident. There's some kind of crystalline technology that's going to be given back to us. It was like they took it and ran. They fled. They fled the surface, and they took these crystals, they took this knowledge, they took this light with them, and then they hid for like thousands of years. And then some kind of activation on this stone, like all these beings were putting their hands on this stone, and they were just, all of them were connected, and there was just so much love, and they were like chanting And this light came out from the stone, and then it came out from the poles of our earth and formed the torreal field around our earth. And then when that happened, it created, like, it was go time. And now these other energies started coming out of like these crystalline coves from the inner earth and started swimming to the surface, and were giving this back to us, reintroducing it back into society because we're ready for it. We passed a significant potential turn of events. Like I said, there was a massive attack on us, and they failed, and we trapped them in our timeline. Like, we secured collapsed, and they're trapped, and they're afraid because they know something's coming and they can't escape it. There may be some kind of events that take place across the world, and it might be presented on the media as like one thing. Like, I don't know, let's say, for example, they say there's a bunch of earthquakes, or for example, they say there's these like booms that occur all around the world, and it's like spotted and whatever, and the media is gonna like try to portray it as one thing, but it's not what's going on. There's some kind of spiritual, energetic, crystalline output that's coming out, and it's cleansing some kind of electromagnetic frequency from our grid. It's removing something. It's like detoxing the energy. And why does something hate it so much? There's something that hates what's about to happen because it's going to heal us. They hate that we're about to be healed. There's something that fucking hates us. Hates to see us live. Hates to see us love. What the fuck? Rebuke it. Cast judgment on that. That was disgusting. I'm sorry, y'all. That was just, it was a nasty energy. It's just evil. That was an evil energy. Because it's mad that we're about to be healed. It's mad that we're about to be activated. It's mad that we're about to tap into something that we have known. We have known. And when we remember how to use this, we'll be unstoppable. There's some kind of power we're going to wield. A light we can harness. It's encoded. It's in us. It is us. We got Vega. Oh, Draconian. Oh, and Archangel Jeremiah. Wow. There's something that just tried to like astrally project anger and hatred towards me because I tapped into this energy and recorded it. It's kind of funny. The only reason why I became aware of it is because the energies that protect me allowed me to become aware of it. It has no power here. Okay. Yeah, we've got Keeper. There's something being unleashed, and like there's an enemy to humanity that hates that this is about to happen, and they're in fear. They're in fear. We've got Archangel Raziel. I just seen the Lemurian card. God or Goddess. Archangel Michael. Archangel Azrael. Oh my gosh. Archangel Michael coming out with Azrael and Raziel. Oh, it's serious. And that was confirmed with Lyran and Arcturian. Yeah. Orion. Fae and Fairies. Okay. All right. Is there anything else that needs to come through on this one? Let me clear this for a second. No, just pray up and stay ready. That's all I heard. Pray up, stay ready. Some of you are going to have different roles in this. Some of you might actually be active participants in this, in the astral or even in the physical. I don't know. It's like our world is changing. All right. Yeah. Just watch him wait. just watch him wait. We got this Page of Swords, the Three of Wands, and then this Nine of Cups with the Empress. Just sit back and watch this all unfold. There's like a grand reveal. This is like, I don't know, like the season finale of the Earth show. This is what it feels like. It feels fun. It's exciting, and there is an enemy that is not happy about it. And whatever, they can get over it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this reading here. If you like the way that I read, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. I will see you on the next collective message.